I remember me and Russ did this 3 times a week. This is a few years ago now when we were really in the zone. And my gosh, that's the strongest I think I've ever felt. I get a bigger, stronger, tighter pull like this when you go really across. You can really feel it in the chest. That's the amazing thing about this is it will get your back so strong. All right, good morning everyone. I hope you're doing well this morning. Thank you very much for tuning in. As always, really appreciate it. Shout out to all the subscribers as always. Gratitude to anybody new, welcome along. This video is going to be about strength, really. How you, the beginner or intermediate or even advanced, can get a lot stronger by just using this simple piece of equipment, the battle ropes. They are an amazing piece of equipment. They're extremely cheap. They're about $40, pardon the train. They're accessible because you can really use them anywhere if you apply yourself. I've got them out here in the park. I've just attached a 26-pound kettlebell to the end so they don't, move around so much. But in this video, I'm going to show you 4 ways to use these, and I'm going to explain what they do and how strong they make you feel. Let's go. All right, guys. So before I get started, I just want to give a big shout out to Russell. Get a good stance, turn it and shoot it straight. Usually fixes the problem. Much better, yeah. Boom, see the difference? It's gonna, when you start off like that, it's really hard to fight against that. But when you start like that, boom, it's, exactly. Friend and client, he's the guy that got me into teaching in the beginning about 14 years ago, roughly. We started in Gleason's gym. He just approached me and asked me if I could help teach him and some bartender friends, because I used to bartend as well. So he wanted to, get these guys a bit cleaner and like have a more of an alcohol-free lifestyle. And boxing was a good start, So I was a little, not apprehensive, but I just didn't know anything about teaching, and I was just like, all right, let's give it a shot. And then, fast forward 15 years, here we are. So big shout out to you, Russ. But me and him, really why I'm talking about him as well is because we really went through the motions of learning the battle ropes, right? And we both started off in Gleason's gym, but we started off doing 30 seconds of 3 different reps, and then ended up on 45 seconds. And now we can definitely do about 6 or 7 minutes, maybe even more, but we stick to 4 or 5 minutes, depending on how much time we have. 3 reps of those, and I'm going to show you in this video the reps that we do and what they do. But let's get started anyway, because these ropes are just an amazing tool to have, because as I said, they do get you really strong. You can use them just about anywhere, even outside like this, like a little park, and they're really inexpensive and they do wonders for you. So the first thing I would do, and the 30-second drill, I'm going to give you 4 different reps and 4 different angles and modes which we cover. You're welcome to learn obviously different ones yourself, but the first one we do is just the basic, this is just the basic thing. Up and down, make sure your knees are bent, right? Make sure your back is straight. You don't want to be doing it up like this and having your back in the air. Do this, and look, I would start off by doing 30 seconds, we do 1 minute of this, right? I haven't timed it yet. I'm going to do a time on it, but for the sake of this video, I'm just showing you what exercise. You can do it a little faster if you want, Depends what you're going for. This is definitely more high intense reps. I'm not sure exactly what the difference with strength will be, but the longer ones can take a bit more strength from you. These ones a bit more endurance, both still great. That's for 1 minute, and then straight after you go straight into it, we do these, right? I like to drop my legs and do a squat at the same time, right? This one's probably the worst one because it really gets the cardio going as well. And then you're dragging this up and down. And as I said, I like to do a squat, which makes it a little bit harder. So you do a minute of that, right? I'm not gonna do a full minute, but I like to go a couple steps over and then boom, constantly going across. Just gotta make sure my audio is good, because I got this wireless audio now that I'm charging up right now. It was dead this morning, but my audio has been a little bit off, so I'm trying to get the best quality for you guys. But so after that, after one, I would stay with 30 seconds of these for you guys as a beginner, maybe even less if you're really struggling. You know, don't overdo it, because these will make you strong when you get to that point. And 30 seconds might not seem like a long time, but I promise you, when you first start doing these, it really will be. Anyway, so that's the second one. The third one, this one's quite nice actually. A crossover, right? You're just crossing over, and you know, you can really feel it if you pull this into the chest there, right? And you've got your arms fully crossed like that. Rather than just doing this, you know, you can do that, but I get a bigger, stronger, tighter pull like this when you go really across. You can really feel it in the chest, right? A minute of that, again, knees bent, back straight, you know, pulling, using your arms, using the forearms as well to give that extra whip, and do a minute of that. And then the last one, so you need a kettlebell attached to the end if you're just gonna use this, because they do flap around a bit. The ones in the gym, the ones in the gym are a lot heavier, so I'm used to those. So this is actually quite easy, light work at the moment. At least it feels it. But the last one, we do this, right? This would be 4 minutes, we do a minute of this. So you're kind of doing, almost emulating uppercuts sometimes, right? And then we'll do that for a minute, right? And then the fifth one that Russ has just added, which is really nice of him, where we do change the ropes like this, and now you really are doing uppercuts, right? It changes the angle. You can feel, you know, parts of your back, the forearm, the shoulders, and that's the amazing thing about this is it will get your back so strong, and it will get your arms so strong, your biceps, your triceps, several back muscles. I mean, you can really feel it in the center of the back right now. It's just an amazing workout. It really is, to get strong. And boxing is 75%, 80% mental, but the other 25% strength training, conditioning, you know, whether you're getting stronger from hitting the bag, whether you're doing press-ups, chin-ups, calisthenics. You know, a lot of boxers don't do weights. It's a very controversial subject, but weights can slow a boxer down, but it depends how you do them really, on what weights you're doing. But you won't see boxers really do too many weights typically, because you want that loose fluid, loose fluid. And you know, when you lift more weights, they get tighter, you get heavier. It's not conducive for that loose fluid boxing style. Not saying you shouldn't do weights. It's really, I would look into it a bit more and understand. But you see, you don't see boxers doing that many weights in the gym, typically. But I would get these big time, even if you just want to get stronger and you're not boxing, because you will reap the benefits of this, and it won't take that long really. Like I said, you don't have to do 4 minutes. Let me get a bit closer to the camera. Yeah, you don't have to do 4 minutes. You start off light, but I promise you, you do this 2 and 3 times a week is actually ideal. I remember me and Russ did this 3 times a week. This is a few years ago now, when we were really in the zone. And my gosh, that's the strongest I think I've ever felt. And it will strengthen your ability to, you know, block shots and grapple like that. You know, with the general power, I felt a lot stronger, massively. And I'm trying to get back onto it now, because I've actually lost quite a bit of weight, and now I need to build it up with a bit of strength, you know. So I'm gonna get back on these battle ropes, get the reps in. 4 minutes, we'll start with that. But as I said, as a beginner or whatever level you're at, do whatever you can and then do that consistently and build it up. And I promise you, you will get a lot stronger. Look at the pros that do it. Terence Crawford, Anthony Joshua, Canelo, Mayweather, they all use these ropes, you know. These ropes are fantastic. I highly recommend them. I'll leave a link in the description. and then I'm just going to leave a little outro with me training with these, and you know, the workout bringing this all down was actually probably more, because the kettlebell's 26 pounds. I've got another kettlebell there, the ropes, the bag, and a couple of other things that go in the bag. Was like, my gosh, but I love it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Just a quick one today. I've got loads more content on the way. Thank you. Big shout out to all the subscribers, all the newcomers as well. Welcome along. Peace to you all, and enjoy your rope workout whenever you get them. All right, easy.
Boxing.
Knowledge.